Hello, everyone. Live for the Steelers Monday Night Football game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Why the heck did I put... Update that thumbnail. I don't know why I put the Broncos logo. Probably because I was playing them in Madden. Alrighty, guys. So 8:15, the game kicks off. Just right after this quick commercial break. MSR Gaming says go Bengals. Stephen Weeben, how's it going? Austin, hail to Pitt. Go Steelers for sure. Hail to Pitt. Those showed the game. Should be kicking off here in just a few minutes. Perfect. So yeah, we get this game going. Showing the introduction to the game here. It should be an interesting game, as both of these teams have really been struggling this year, and both teams, especially the Steelers, have talent that just has been able to work so far for Pittsburgh. We'll see, though. It'll be a big test for Mason Rudolph versus a very weak Cincinnati defense. So we'll see what happens here, but oh man. And here we go. Boswell kicks it away, and we are live for Monday Night Football, Week 4, to the final game of Week 4 already. The season has been going by very fast. So here we go. Bengals will start. So here we go. Bengals get it at the 21 to give to Joe Mixon, who will get about 4 yards on the carry for Joe Mixon, who was struggling with a hamstring injury in the first few weeks of the season. It was something like that. He didn't really miss, but he was struggling. But last week he had a pretty good week to continue to play Joe Mixon football. But yeah. So here we go. Bengals at the 25. They give to Mixon, who shut down Bud Dupree, came in on the end. And Mixon maybe a half a yard at most. And it is third down and about 4 to 5 here. As offensive line, key player for the Bengals, Michael Jordan, the left guard, number 60 out of Ohio State. Bobby Woodruff, how's it going, Bobby? And then they got John Ross, Tyler Boyd, Gio Bernard, Joel Mixon, CJ Uzoma, all those guys, except Gio Bernard. Uzoma's not very good, but Ross has been very fast and good. Boyd's been all right. Mixon's had a good week last week. And, of course, they're pulling out A.J. Green, so it's not going to be easy. And Bobby, yeah, we'll do Collins at halftime, Bobby. So, yeah, we'll do that. As Dalton throws, and Tyler Eifert makes the catch, and Terrell Edmonds didn't see it coming, and a Bengal first down. Andy Dalton takes advantage of Terrell Edmonds looking the opposite way. And Dalton makes a beautiful pass to his tight end from Notre Dame, Tyler Eifert. Been in the league now for probably a good 7 to 9 years, I'd say. Somewhere around that range. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Funny name. He was good for the Buckeyes, and I believe he was the Bengals' first rounder or second round pick, I believe. First down, Cincinnati at the 40. The first down marker is obviously at the 50. Dalton snaps back. Throws across the field. It's caught Tyler Boyd. It's up to the Pittsburgh 45, and the Bengals easily driving on a Steelers weak defense. So here we go. Bengals taking advantage of a Steelers defense who has not been able to shut down that little 5-yard, 10-yard quick slant that has been dominating Pittsburgh all day long. So here we go. Andy Dalton, a first down at the Pittsburgh 45, about 8 yards away from field goal range for, who is their kicker? It changes like every year. Is it Randy Bullock still? Might be him. I'm not positive. It's Dalton to give to Mixon. Mixon is going to take it up to the 39. And it's second down and 4 for the Cincinnati Bengals. It's Stephon Tuitt, Cam Hayward, Javon Hargrave, the Steelers defensive front. Stephon Tuitt has been a beast this year for the Steelers. And then, of course, you got your first round pick. I believe we took him with the 13th pick out of Michigan, Devin Bush. And, of course, we just picked up Minkah Fitzpatrick. He made his Steelers debut last week from Miami. And also Stevie Nelson, who we signed from Kansas City in the offseason. 2nd and 5 for the Bengals at the 40-yard line. Dalton, play action, and Dalton is sacked! Devin Bush with the sack on Andy Dalton. T.J. Watt and Devin Bush come in to clobber Andy Dalton. And that is something you got to expect as a quarterback. The Steelers' defensive front has been great. Their zone coverage, the man coverage, they've been terrible through the past. But if they miss a block or, the bad offensive lineman, Devin Bush, T.J. Watt, we're going to take advantage of that all day as Dalton goes play action, turns right around. Bush is 5 steps away. And Bush, the huge sack. That is the 45th straight game for the Steelers with a sack. That has tied the franchise record. Dalton, under pressure again. Throw to Mixon, who breaks away. And then take it down, a 4th down for the Bengals. The Steelers get a huge sack and a huge stuff on the screen to Joe Mixon for a loss of a yard or two. And it's 4th down and about 11 or 10 here for the Bengals. As the punter Kevin Huber to come and punt it for the Bengals, his 11th season. And NFL Ryan Switzer back to return it. Huber on 4th down and 11 from midfield. Huber shanks. Well, no, he didn't shank it, but he kicked it way outside to the right. Switzer makes the fair catch at the 12, and that's where the Steelers' offense will come out. Mason Rudolph will come out here for his 3rd career NFL start. Or second. Scoot over a little bit. More. Oh, my hat's. How's it going, everybody? Steelers, Bengals, 0-3 each. The battles of the beaten, but hopefully the Steelers can come up victorious to get to a 1-3 record. So Aden, you thinking the Steelers gonna pull this one out? Aden's at a loss of words. So
Welcome, everyone. Steelers and the Bengals. Do you guys have anybody here in fantasy football? Hey, Bobby. All right. We're going to get the action back going here as soon as this commercial's off. Any fantasy players from you guys? I'm playing against a guy that has John Ross. Aden has the Steelers defense. Need to come up big. They already got a sack, Aden? All right.
Should be interesting here. Big Ben on the sideline with a humongous arm cast.
So, Mason Rudolph, third round pick out of Oklahoma State, his second career start, 24 years of age. We will see if this start will be better than his last one. Didn't look great in San Fran. But again, that was his debut. He's going to go under center, Connor in the backfield. Washington in motion.
Get James Conner stuffed.
Nothing. 2nd and 10. Under 10 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Heinz Field. You need some ketchup for those Nuggets today? They got Nick Vanette, the Buckeye tight end, in right now for the injured Vance McDonald. Connor, here we go. 2nd down, caught, fumbled. And that looks to be Bengal football. And it is. Boy, oh boy, at the 15-yard line, Steeler territory. Let's see. The knee came down, not looking like Johnson with the catch. Goes down, and it is clearly out before his knee hits. What is this guy doing? He's going down. Oh, my.
Should have picked up the Bengals defense instead.
Well, yeah, this doesn't help your defense here. You need a turnover. Hold him to 3 points or a turnover. So here we go. Appreciate everybody watching. Give us a like if you get a moment here. 15-yard line. Right hash. They're going to the end zone, and it is incomplete to Ross. Or Tate. Andy Dalton wanted to have that one back. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10. They're in Steeler territory, the 15-yard line. 9:12 left to go. Zach Taylor's first season as the Bengals head coach. Aden, do you play football? That's a question. Here we go. 2nd down. Short pass. Caught. 6 yards. Nice little pitch and catch. A.J. Green on the sideline, still hampering his ankle injury. So here we go. Big 3rd down and 4. From the 10-yard line, 3rd and 4. 5 receivers, nobody in the backfield in the shotgun set with Dalton. Steelers are going to have to blitz here. They only bring 4. Quick pass, wide open. Dropped it. Tyler Eifert, the Notre Dame native, had it in his hands. He wants that one back. It's going to be 4th and 4. The Steelers hold him just to a field goal. Great stand by your Pittsburgh Steelers after coughing the ball up at their own 15. Whoa, Tyler Eifert catches that. So this is going to bring up a 4th and 4. Watch the fake. Steelers got to be ready for that. So here we go. Snap is high. Kick is right down the middle. Bullock puts 3 on the board. 27-yarder. We'll put it up on our board as well. Man, oh man.
And that just about does it for my fantasy team.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yep.
Let me see here.
8 points now. It's over.
8 points.
I need 4 more, and that's not going to happen because we suck.
If the Steelers get a pick 6, you win. So, how's everybody doing out here? Monday Night Football, Steelers, Bengals. Normally the Steelers would take it to them, but with Big Ben out, Le'Veon and Brown leaving, it's been a rough year, but I'm still optimistic. So, the Steelers have great organization, some talented players. We'll see what happens. So, Aquafina is the water of choice. Aden, local sponsors. Any local sponsors tonight?
Hang on.
We'll hit you guys up with one of our local sponsors. Not sure if we can get them in on this commercial break or the next one, but I'm thinking our next commercial break will give you over to our first sponsor. So
Maybe later.
next commercial break.
Browns are not making it to the playoffs.
Browns, like I said, they'll be 8-8. That's, I think, where they'll land this year. But feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Your
Paul
favorite
Brown,
team.
the Bengals legendary head coach who started football, is actually from our city. He's born 10 minutes away from us.
That is correct.
And the kick by big old punter.
And that's the back of the end zone. Steelers will start at their 20.
Our receivers suck, and that's a key point of this game.
Well, Washington's got to do something. Somebody other than Schuster.
He's terrible. Deontay Johnson is horrible. Moncrief's horrible. They shouldn't even start him. They should throw him in the lake under a bridge. That's all they should do. Dante Moncrief is horrible. I don't know how they still have him on the roster. Ridiculous. I'd rather have someone from the fans, Lucky Winter, come down and play for Moncrief. And that one is caught by Johnson. Juice Smith-Schuster. Smith-Schuster.
Who? Close to a first down. Rudolph charging the troops up to the line. No huddle, hurry up offense. They want to keep the momentum and the tempo up here.
Nick Vanette. I'm excited to see how he does. I don't think they'll use him
Connor.
too much. But
All right, 3-yard carry, first down. Paul, Juju on that beat.
Beth Love, first time watcher. I'm a Pittsburgh lover in Ohio. Always Steelers fan. Love what you guys are doing. Thanks, Beth. Please subscribe and like. Appreciate it. Go
Awesome.
Steelers. We're also from Ohio and Steelers fans. So, well, I am.
Yep.
So, thank you.
All right. So here we go.
Juju is probably
First and 10.
23 or 24. I think.
1st and 10. Steelers have the ball.
Wildcat.
Their own 37.
Wildcat.
Fake the
What
handoff,
are
and they're
they
going to run
doing?
5 yards. Good job.
What are they doing?
Samuels. Nice play of 5. Paul is single. All right. So, here we go. The Bengals defense hasn't been terrible this year.
W.B. Mason is their nickelback.
2nd and 5. There's
They're
another
doing the same thing.
Wildcat. They hand it off this time. Little pitch.
They're
They
idiots.
get 7.5, 8 yards. Connor with the carry. Steelers, I like it.
I
They're
hate
thinking outside the box.
They can't do
They
that
gotta do it.
back-to-back times.
Well, it just worked for 13 yards, my son.
Our offensive coordinator is Santa Claus.
All right. Well, the Steelers' offense hasn't been doing a thing all year.
Yeah, because
So-
our offensive coordinator is an idiot.
Well, so here we go, folks. 1st and 10. Run goes for a yard. See, this is why they need to. And Sam almost came out
Oh,
of
the
that.
whistle. Second down and 9 here for Pittsburgh.
All right, folks. This is big here. Love is in the air. All right.
That's Santa Claus.
2nd and 9. Steelers at midfield. Rudolph, man in motion. They're going to hand it off to him. He's going to get a great, almost a first down. Marked him a yard short. About an 8-yard carry. Johnson redeems himself here after the early fumble at their own 15. Picks up positive yards, 8 to be exact, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for your Pittsburgh Steelers.
First down.
Huh?
Well, hopefully we get the first down.
So,
Nick Vigil, the Ohio State man, took a shot right there. And it's 3rd and 1 for Pittsburgh at the Bengal 41. Masson,
he got it.
Blake Snell, I think he's short.
They're going to mark him half a yard short.
Yeah.
In that, just do a QB sneak up the middle.
Yeah. They're going for it.
Steelers definitely going for it at the Bengal 41.
Well, they might take a look at the chains here.
Doesn't look like it. Mike Tomlin confidently saying, "Let's go, baby. You got to win this one at home. Get right back on track here." Mason Rudolph under center. Do a QB sneak, please. And it looks like a timeout for the Steelers.
Jeez, we used too many timeouts.
4:06 left in the first. Steelers use their first timeout. It'll be 4th and 1 at the Bengal 41. Steelers are driving. I think you just do a QB sneak here. Pick up half a yard. Heinz Field, beautiful stadium. If you haven't been there, you got to get there. About 2 hours from us. So here we go. Rudolph coming out.
Fourth down and 1.
They're going to hand it off, and they're going to get stopped short. I said do a QB sneak. What do? A slow developing play to Connor. I don't get it, folks. It's as simple as you have a push up front. You just get the first down and move the chains. The Steelers are shooting themselves in the foot. They have a silly turnover last possession. Now it's 3rd and 1, and they have a terrible play, running play, and then they do the same thing and can't pick up a yard. You can't pick up 1 yard in a matter of 2 plays. You don't deserve to get the first down.
I knew I should have taken the Bengals D. You get points for 4th down stops, too.
Steelers are going to be fine.
Nope. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals score a touchdown here. Let's see how the Cincinnati defense is doing. 9 or 12. I would have won. It's game over if I pick their defense up.
No, Steelers are going to score so many points on them. Their defense is terrible.
Not for a bad offense, like the worst off. I don't think we could beat the Dolphins. And I'm being serious. I really don't think we could beat the Miami Dolphins.
Anybody have any fantasy players tonight? Good night, Paul. Oh, man. Good to be with everyone here. Monday Night Football, Irish duo, Heinz Field, Bengals, Steelers. Both of them 0-3 on the season. But they're both missing stars. Bengals missing A.J. Green, and obviously the Steelers missing Big Ben. So.
Yep.
Can't. So we're on a commercial break here. Excited to get back in this, see if the Steelers defense can continue to make some noise here. They've played well thus far. There's a chance. So next Monday, you're going to have the Browns.
Andrew Sanami said someone burned down my she shed. My fresh kid said this will be a tough season for the Steelers and Bengals. Yep.
I agree. So the Bengals will get at their own 42-yard line. Great field position. So here we go, folks.
2nd down and 11 for the Bengals. Devin Bush has been a beast for the Steelers this year. Their best rookie linebacker in a while since Plaxico Burress.
Here we go, 2nd and 11.
Almost
a pick 6.
Oh.
Aden Hilton cut on that. You see him? Look. If he would have had one more step, that's a pick 6.
Dang it. Jeez.
Oh, man. Here we go. 3rd and 11. This is great for the Steelers. This is where sacks and turnovers can happen. 5 receiver set. No one in the backfield with Dalton. And let's see what the refs respotting the ball. Here we go.
Here we go. Need a defensive stop here. 3rd and 11. Andy Dalton. Bernard in motion. Comes to the right of Andy Dalton. 3rd and 11. Dalton takes a snap. Andy Dalton getting pressure. Andy Dalton takes a shot from Hayward.
Joe Hayden, the Cleveland man, had it in his hands, and it bounced off his chest. That's 2 points. To it, nailed Dalton. It was right to Joe Hayden. I think 9 out of 10 of us could have made that interception, but that is why those guys are playing cornerback and not receiver.
4th and 11, and the pool.
There's the punt.
Blocked it by Huber.
Fair caught. No, it's not. It bounces in the end zone.
Perfect.
So the Steelers will take it over at their own 20. 3:11 left in the first. It's still 3-0 Bengals on top in Pittsburgh.
Yep. Joe Hayden, I needed that interception for my defense in fantasy, but not going to get it, unfortunately. And, will you, like, move?
Don't talk about moving. Dorks in there. You sit in the front row of class or what?
Shut up.
All
Commercial
right.
break. Steelers down 3-0 to the Bengals. There was only 4 kids that got an A on this test.
Let me
in
see
the
all
whole
the grades.
school.
Ooh, 99.
Pretty good.
All right. Not terrible for grades. All right.
What are you talking about? Better than you. You could hardly get a C in school.
3.7 in college.
It's not that good.
4.0 in grad
At the
school.
smallest college in the world.
Okay, coming back at you guys. So, Steelers, man, their offense needs to step it up. I liked what the O coordinator was doing here. Last possession, some jet sweeps, wildcat, switching things up a little bit. The Steelers have been running a vanilla offense, and it's just not working. So, they just don't have as many weapons anymore, especially with Brown being out. Big Ben could run the ball a little bit and keep the defense on their toes, but with Mason Rudolph, they're still trying to find their identity. We'll see what happens here. And, man, oh, man.
Well, need to score here on offense to stay in the game. If we don't score here, shows that our offense is just playing out garbage.
Well, if you're not scoring points, if they don't score over 21 points against the Bengals, it might be a top 3 draft pick this year. So here we go. Coach Tomlin on the sidelines trying to rally the troops here. Rudolph will take over. 20-yard line, 3:11 left to go in this first quarter. 3 of 3 on the night for 20 yards for Rudolph. Trios to the right. Johnson in motion. They're going to toss it to Connor. Samuels, I'm sorry. He gets 4.5 yards.
So they're showing Mason Rudolph's family, Jamie Rudolph, his mom, Logan Rudolph, who is a Clemson defensive end currently, and then Brett Rudolph, who played at North Carolina, is his dad. So if you watch Clemson, his brother is on Clemson. So here we go. 2nd down and 5 for the Steelers at the 24-yard line. Jaden, how's it going?
What's going on? Here we go. Another
Samuels,
misdirection.
All they're doing is ejecting.
First down. First down
Nope.
for the Steelers.
About a half-inch short.
Nope, I think they're going to give it to him, and they did.
Oh, all right. First down, Steelers.
2:26 and counting in the first quarter. Steelers moving the chains to the 30-yard line.
And
Santa Claus on the sidelines with Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. And so we'll see how they can orchestrate this drive. 30-yard line under center, Mason Rudolph. Going to hand it up the gut to Connor, and he is going to be stopped for no gain. Man.
Flag down. It's on the Bengals side of the field, but Bill Vinovich.
Could be hands to the face. Oh.
Defense, illegal block in the back. How do you do that on a run play? That was no game.
Illegal use of hands.
Oh, illegal use of hands. It's the same thing.
That's why I said hands to the face, but yeah. Let's see what he did. Yeah. Yep.
Number 99, Billings.
Alex Perry, how's it going? I know. But he's coming back, Alex, in about 3 weeks. So Dalen Hayes is out for the year, though I'm hearing he's going to redshirt since he only played in 4 games. He'll be back next year. Rudolph dropping back. He's going deep. Oh.
Flag! Yeah,
Yes.
Flag is down. I was about to say, it's going to be on Dre Kirkpatrick. A little bit of early contact, and I don't think he was looking at the...
Oh, they're saying
wait,
offense.
What?
Oh, wait, no. Is he...
What?
Offense of pass interference.
What?
Little surprised by that. Man.
How in the what?
Let's see this a little bit more close.
Oh,
Not
I
quite.
bet the Steelers are going to challenge that.
Touched his back, but it didn't look like there was any contact. He's going to challenge
he's challenging it. Yep, and he's going to use that challenge flag on a pass interference. There's no way that was a pass interference on Holton. There's 0% chance. If that stands, I don't see. I mean, the guy looks pretty old, but no way. It's not even close. The only thing is, I don't know, how can they determine how hard he pushed him? Because that's obviously the main factor. But you could see from reference points, the guy didn't move really at all. Maybe an inch or two.
If there creates separation, then that means he pushed off.
And plus, another key factor is, I don't know if this applies for offensive people, but the ball wasn't really catchable.
For who?
It was over his head.
For the Steelers?
Yeah.
He got his hand on it.
But it was, well...
Are you drinking Coke or what?
Well, anyway. Yeah, trash call. It'll definitely get overturned. Unless some morons run in the officiating booth in New York.
That could have been huge. If it was defensive pass interference, we would have got great field position here.
But after the overturn, it'll just be 2nd down and 10?
Yep.
Or 3rd and 10? 3rd and 10.
No.
2nd down?
No, yeah, because it was hands to the the penalty. We going to get a word from the sponsors anytime?
Maybe soon.
All right. I agree. Bad call. We'll see what comes about with this. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Feel free to smash the like button if you have a moment. Subscribe if you've not done so. And feel free to comment. And stay tuned with us. Big Monday Night Football. Bengals at the Steelers. Both teams struggling this year, 0-3. Steelers trying to turn around their season with a big win tonight. This would be a good place to start at home against a weak opponent in the AFC North. AFC North is still wide open, folks. 2-2 is the best record in the AFC North.
Yeah.
So let's see what the call is. Looks like a no call to me.
Who threw it?
And the refs are coming back out. They're charged with their first time out. They upheld it.
What?
So just because Washington put his hand on the back...
It's not Washington. It's Colton. See, you don't know
Colton.
anything.
Well, you were calling it defensive pass interference.
Because there was no way it's offensive.
Well,
You
they just
did
called
too.
it and
You
they
called it
reviewed it.
defensive too. So
They're back to the 25-yard line, 1st and 20.
Oh,
Rudolph is going to run it. No.
not gonna
Pulls
do
it down. He's got Vanett.
Annette. Sorry.
And that will pick up good yards back to the line of scrimmage. Be 2nd and 10.
First time Rudolph's actually been able to improvise without throwing a pick six this season, so I like seeing that. 2nd down and 9 for the Steelers. How was it 2nd and 9?
Because it was 1st and 20. First down. All the way out to the 47-yard line.
The line of scrimmage was that black line, and the first down marker was 5 yards away. How's it 2nd and 9? Look.
It was supposed to be the next line down. That was 4 yards. It's supposed to be 9 yards.
Okay.
They still got the first down, though.
I have to say, I don't know what the heck that was all about.
Okay. 1st and 10.
See, look, I can't scooch over because you're a little big old legs.
Can't see the screen. Back up. There's Wildcat again. Samuels. They're moving the ball very well.
Very well.
5 yards. 2nd and 5. Steelers are in Bengal territory at their 48. And that will bring us to the close of the first quarter, where you have the Steelers 0, Bengals 3.
Very quiet game at Heinz Field. Both defenses doing pretty well, especially the Cincinnati defense. So we'll see what can happen in the second quarter. I'm hoping the Steelers defense can get a pick six or an interception or sack or something for my fantasy team. I'd love that. So we'll see how that turns out. So here's my fantasy football team starting lineup as of now. It's Patrick Mahomes, Sterling Shepard, Philip Dorsett, Ezekiel Elliott, Melvin Gordon, Will Dissly, Josh Jacobs. That is a 12-team league that I got Matt Gay as my kicker in the Steelers defense. And I got Michael Gallup on the IR slot. So he'll be coming back in a week or two and replacing Philip Dorsett. So with Gallup back, it'll be Mahomes, Shepard, Dorsett, Zeke, Melvin, Dissly, and Josh Jacobs. So what do you guys think of my 12-team fantasy team? There's Josh Jacobs right there, actually. We're going to have a new thing that's going to be coming to the channel. It's ice cream halftime, or we're going to be having ice cream social for a halftime show.
That's tomorrow. Tigers.
Well, halftime tonight, though.
Oh, I forgot to put it on.
Almost back here for the start of the second quarter at Heinz Field. Steelers driving, but can they finish it off strong and put one in the end zone? We'll find out here. NFL team shop commercial. And what do you guys think about the Dallas Cowboys struggling? They haven't used Zeke, which I think is why they've been struggling. Well, they've struggled versus a very bad New Orleans offense with Drew Brees out, Teddy Bridgewater, and the Saints go on to win that game. Now the question is, when Brees comes back, will they play Bridgewater over Drew Brees? Definitely debatable.
Here we go. Start of the second quarter.
At the 47-yard line. That is where the Steelers will start at the Bengals side of the field. At the Bengal 48, to be exact. Sorry. And give to Connor, who gets 2.5 yards. And it is 3rd and short for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, they've run a lot of Wildcats tonight, with Jalen Samuels being the main snapper. Usually Connor comes around on a little jet sweep. They usually dump it off to him, or Samuels keeps it, and even they had Deontay Johnson come across from one with Connor blocking Rudolph in the shotgun. They've done a lot of weird play calls, and somehow most of them have worked with the unique offensive playbook that they're finally running with Randy Fichtner. 3rd and 4. Rudolph looking deep, but flags down. A guy was on the ground. What in the world?
Coming out of his break, he's saying that there should have been pass interference called, but nothing. I wonder, the Steelers can't challenge that.
This is unbelievable. Our offense just looks out of sync. We should fire our offensive coordinator right now. Go find someone in the stands. He's horrible. Terrible. He's horrible.
Just get your defense back on the field, though.
Yeah, but it's going to be a bad thing.
This is perfect. Deep in their own territory.
Zach Taylor's journey. He started off, his dad was actually an Oklahoma defensive back in the 76 through 79 years, and then in Nebraska, 17-9 as a starting quarterback in 2005 and 6. He also assistant coached, the QB coach, and was an offensive coordinator for the Dolphins, and also was the Rams' assistant wide receiver coach and QB coach in last year's season and the year before. Zach Taylor's had a big journey, and, well, you'll see how he does with the Bengals. So far, 0-3, coming off a Super Bowl loss to New England with LA last year. So we'll see what happens. 1st and 10, Andy Dalton under center. Dalton, the give to Mixon, who is absolutely stuffed. Devin Bush, who has been an animal tonight. Devin Bush has been an animal tonight. And Mixon is going to lose a yard or two. And it'll be 2nd down. And about 11 here for the Bengals as Bush just reads it like a book. He stays in the middle of the field, waits for Mixon to find a hole. Bush sees that hole, starts running towards the hole. And that's what Mixon tries to do, is find holes, and Bush knows that, and Bush is going to shut him down tonight, as they've been shutting him down like nothing tonight for one of the league's top running backs, Joe Mixon, who has had injury problems the past few weeks, but last week he had a good week as Andy Dalton, under pressure, throw across the middle, and intended for Eifert, who's demolished by Devin Bush. Devin Bush has looked like a great pick for the Steelers. I mean, he just is an animal everywhere. You see, you just see Devin Bush on almost every play. You see number 55 there, as he's from Pembroke Pines, Florida. And had a great childhood growing up with 2 sisters. And his son, Devin Bush Sr., right? I think he played for, I forget who it was, but he was also very good. Not as good as Junior, but
3rd and 10, huge play here.
Dalton, under pressure.
Pick it.
Dalton throw, and it gets incomplete. 4th and 10, and a flag is down. I don't know if it'll just be a holding on Cincinnati, I'm guessing. On the left guard, maybe. Oh, boy. Offense, all right? So the penalty will be declined. And the results of the declination will be a 4th and 10 for the Bengals. And they're going to go 3 and out without even gaining a yard, as TJ Watt came around, and, yep, you can clearly see, gosh darn it, if that wouldn't have happened, TJ Watt would have had a sack. But anyway, 4th and 10 for the Bengals, as Huber in his own end zone to punt it to Ryan Switzer.
Block it for a touchdown. Block it for a touchdown.
There's no way. They're heavily loading the right side.
False start.
Oh, boy.
Aden.
False start. Offense, number 75. Penalty accepted. Repeat 4th down. It's on number 55, Leroy Reynolds. So they'll get a repunt here. He's all the way back as far as you can go in the end zone. Can't get any further back. Kevin Huber, Switzer is the return man. They're heavily loading the right side. They want this crowd to get hyped up. Huber, ref backing up to allow them to snap it to Kevin Huber. They're heavily loading the right side. You can see Matevich. And he punt! Oh, I thought it nipped him, but it did not. And Switzer and the Steelers will get it at the Bengal 46-yard line. They were just about 3 to 4 steps away from blocking that punter, at least getting a hand on it. And the Steelers D gets a big 3-and-out stop on the Bengals offense. And we'll be right back. The Steelers have it now at their 44.
So, guys, this has been a relatively boring game. I'm telling you, man. 3-0, second quarter, not much offense. And I just feel like the Steelers, I've liked some of their play calls, and other calls, I'm just shaking my head. Overall, I like some of the misdirections, jet sweeps, wildcat. I like it when they switch it up here. They've had positive gains on all of those plays. Where I'm baffled is it's third and a yard or half a yard, and they do a standard run, don't get anything, and then they do it again on 4th and 1, same run play, and get a loss of yard. And it's just like, if you're 3rd and 1 and it's 4-down territory, I'm doing a QB sneak and I'm getting the first down. So, yeah, I'm just a little baffled by that, but they need to step it up here and put some points on the board. Great field position. So this is their moment, folks.
For sure.
Here we go.
So, they're showing all the, I'm guessing, backup quarterbacks?
For the Steelers.
Yeah. Mason Rudolph tonight is 7 for 8 with 52 passing yards. And here we go. The Pittsburgh Steelers will start at the Cincinnati 46.
46.
So here we go. 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 receiver personnel here for the Steelers to start off the drive. They'll motion James Washington from the left side of the line to the right side, and he rushes back to the left. The snap by Rudolph, play action. Mason Rudolph flips it to James Conner, and Conner will get a good 8 yards, and it's 2nd down and 2 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Good pass by Rudolph, and now reporting on the sideline is Lisa Salters. Lisa, take it away.
Hello, guys. Here we go. 2nd and short. Screenplay. Samuels. 1st down to the 30. Or 29, they'll spot him. Favorable spot. Here we go, folks. 1st and 10. Wildcat again. Samuels in the backfield. Man in motion is Connor. Fake the run. Samuels running and running and running and running. And 3 yards later, he is down. 2nd and 7 coming up. 11:50 and counting in this second quarter.
See, I don't like these Wildcat plays at all. But They've seemed to work okay-ishly.
That's the only way they've been getting yards. They've been running up the middle of the corner and aren't getting anything. What are you talking about?
But we don't get many yards.
Well,
we just got to keep passing it with Rudolph. Rudolph actually looks pretty decent right now.
2nd and 7. 3-step drop. Looking to the right.
That is going to be caught. Jalen Samuels about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down marker. And a big throw down here for the Steelers. 3rd down and 2 for Pittsburgh at the Bengal 21-yard line. Big throw down here for Pittsburgh. A touchdown can be huge for the Pittsburgh Steelers right now to give them their first lead of the season.
Here we go. 3rd and 2, folks. Johnson in motion. Rudolph rolling right. Has a guy open. Connor. Touchdown, Steelers.
James Conner. And the Steelers are going to put a touchdown on the board. James Conner. And the Steelers are going to take their first lead of the season. Well, versus the AFC North, I should say, because they did take a small lead over the Niners last week. But their first big touchdown here of this game, and the Steelers, James Conner, 21-yard touchdown reception. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to take the lead here at Heinz Field. As it was a beautiful play. They drew the defense to the right side of the field, and then James Conner all of a sudden turned around, made the catch, and ran it in 21 yards for a Steeler touchdown. And now, Chris Boswell out for the PHC to put us up 7-3 at Heinz Field. Chris Boswell, who had a shaky season last year, is off to a great start this year as Boswell. The PAT is beautiful, and it's 7-3. The Steelers go up by 4 here at Heinz Field. James Conner finally has a play looking like the James Conner that we saw from last year. 7-3, Steelers on top over the Bengals. Monday Night Football on ESPN. So, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. If you're new here, please like the stream and also subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Click the bell so you know whenever we go live for most of the Steelers game, most of the Notre Dame games, even a little bit of Fortnite. So yeah, please do that, guys. It'd be much appreciated. So, yes. Very exciting week of NFL football. So we'll see. The Steelers defense needs to get me 4 more points. So we'll see what happens here. For my defense.
So, folks, this has been a doozy. The Steelers finally put some points up on the board, finally getting some momentum. Now their defense has been playing great, so let's see what their defense will do on this next series.
We got to keep in mind, though, too, we played 2 undefeated teams the first 3 weeks and a 3-1 team now in the Seattle Seahawks. So we've played 3 probably top 10 offenses in the NFL, especially with New England being the number 1 right now, I would assume. And then, the Niners probably a top 7 offense. Seattle, top 10. We've played a lot of very good teams that have really good offenses, and all 3 of them have had incredible defenses for some reason in the start of the year. And, we need to win this game because we're playing Baltimore in Heinz Field, though, next week. But that's not going to be easy, even though the Ravens did look very bad yesterday versus the Cleveland Browns. And then we got the Chargers. But then after that, it's Miami, Indianapolis, the Rams, and then the Browns, Bengals again, and the Browns, Arizona, Buffalo, Jets, Baltimore. So we have a tough schedule. We do have a tough schedule besides the Jets, Dolphins, Colts games. Those are all pretty easy. Bengals again. But we're going to have some tough games. But all that matters right now is the Steelers touchdown to James Conner.
And I think that's what Mason Rudolph needed. Nice little easy touchdown pass, get his confidence up. the offense is actually putting up some good numbers this evening. So last drive, Rudolph was 4 of 4. So good stuff here. They'll run this out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and he is upended at the 25. Nice hit by the Steelers.
There's Booger McFarland with Joe Tessitore here for the ESPN Monday Night Football crew. And, so the Bengals will start at the same place as a touchback at the 25-yard line.
Touchbacks are 20 in the NFL.
No, they're 25. They changed that 3 years ago.
Okay. Oh, touchback on a punt is at the 20, though.
Yeah.
Okay. My mistake. All right, here we go. Can the Steelers get a pick six, Aden, or a sack?
I just need a
Fumble.
Sack and an interception.
You need a touchdown. You can get a pick six. All right, first down, run to Joe Mixon. He's got 8, 9, 10 yards. First down for the Bengals.
Well, Joe Mixon's never going to be easy to guard for anyone. I mean, Joe Mixon is a guy who can break away. He has that explosive run.
Good speed, good quickness.
Yeah, exactly. Very explosive.
They're going to mark him a half yard short, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 1. Power formation here.
And Uzoma in motion behind Dalton. They fake the toss. Dalton under pressure, and he just lobs it out of bounds, and it is 3rd down and 1 for the for the Cincinnati Bengals at their own 34-yard line. 3rd down. I don't know why they're trying to do these weird little fake jet sweep passes on 2nd down and short, but I don't know. Joe Mixon was a 2017 draft pick out of the University of Oklahoma, played with Baker Mayfield. Quick fun fact for you. 3rd and 1 here for the Bengals from their own 34 3/4. Literally an inch away from that first down marker. They got 3 to snap it. Dalton, the QB sneaking. He gets it.
What did I tell you the Steelers should have done?
All that the Steelers should have done on 4th down and 1. And they,
or 3rd and 1.
Yeah. And a Cincinnati Bengal first down up to the 37-yard line. That's crazy that they got 2.5 yards on a QB sneak. Dalton all of a sudden just kind of jumped in first down for the Cincinnati Bengals. Andy Dalton going to go under center. For Cincinnati, Dalton 5 of 12, 36 passing yards tonight for the now veteran QB. Oh! And they missed a sack, and it's caught.
Oh, is that Ross?
By John Ross.
I'm playing against him in fantasy.
And a first down for Cincinnati. If we didn't fall for the play fake, we would have had the sack on Andy Dalton.
Did you see that hit by Mixon?
No, not by Mixon.
Yeah.
No, Mixon didn't hit him. But anyway, first down for the Bengals at the Steeler 49-yard line. If they score again, my season is over. And Dalton looking to the sidelines, talking to his men. Dalton motions the receiver. They give to Mixon, who stumbles down for a good 4 to 5 yards. And it's 2nd and 5 for the Bengals. Andy Dalton is now in 2nd place for the most starts ever by a Bengals quarterback, behind Ken Anderson as 172. Dalton 124, just past Boomer Esiason with 123 tonight. 2nd and 5 for the Bengals at the Pittsburgh 44-yard line. Andy Dalton under center, talking to his men once again. Looking over the sideline, they got 9 to snap it. Dalton's got to get under center here. He's got 6 to snap it. Dalton, the play fake. Dalton, Watt is getting held like crazy, and they're not going to call anything. And a first down for the Bengals, Tyler Boyd, sorry. First down for Cincinnati. And TJ Watt was getting held like crazy. How do you miss that call? He was getting absolutely clobbered up there by the right tackle. Boyd has the most catches, 26 catches for 270 yards, but he has 0 touchdowns for Andy Dalton's Bengals. As once again, Dalton is going to talk to his men. I don't know if they're audibly again here or what's going on. First down for the Bengals They'll give it to Joe Mixon. Mixon that time is stuffed, maybe a yard or 2 at best. And it'll be second down and about 9 for the Cincinnati Bengals as Devin Bush was in on the play with Terrell Edmonds. And second down and 8 for the Bengals at about a 48-yard attempt from where they're at on the field, 46.
Your points don't change if it's a field goal.
Yeah, I know.
You need a turn.
Second and 8 for the Cincinnati Bengal Cats. Dalton is in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Dalton, heavy pressure, throw to the sideline, and Ross makes the catch inside the Steeler red zone and a first down for the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals. Stevie Nelson just got to get up closer to that. You know he's not going to go to the end zone here on second down and 8. Even with John Ross being probably the number 1, top 5, top 10 fastest receivers in the NFL. Broke records for his 40-yard dash in the combine, but man. And they got 2 to snap it. 1, and Boyd is going to issue a timeout. And the Bengals will have 2 remaining as 5:54 to go in the half. Bengals players are kind of mad at Boyd for calling that. They might have been able to get the snap off, but worst case scenario, they'll just be charged a timeout instead. But Boyd wanted to make sure they get it, I guess. I don't know. But Tyler Boyd, James Conner, both played in Pittsburgh. Conner was 2013 through 16. Boyd was 2013 through 15. Both great teammates, were their 2 best offensive players for many years. And, Pitt really hasn't been that bad the past few years. So, they were pretty darn good. It's first down here for the Cincinnati Bengals inside the Steeler red zone at about the 18-yard line. First down for the Bengals at the Pittsburgh 18-yard line. Andy Dalton is going to go under center. Andy Dalton motions back into the shotgun set. He got 3 men on the right side of the O-line. Dalton, they're going to pass it.
Bubble!
TJ Watt got it!
Run it! Run it!
Go!
Run it!
Go!
Run it!
Go!
Nobody touched him.
Nobody.
You can have a touchdown if he runs it.
Go, TJ!
Nobody's touched him yet. That's what you needed, Bud Dupree.
And a fumble. TJ Watt, Bud Dupree comes around, smacks it out of Dalton's hands.
Look at this big offensive lineman try to bend down and get it. Watch it. Watch 71.
TJ Watt, no one touched him. He could have got up and ran it back. That's not usual of TJ Watt at all. Even if they blow the whistle, he still goes just in case. But when are you opening the call-in show? Most likely at halftime. He's going to go get coffee for us, so I'll probably talk to you guys then.
Oh, boy. What a game, folks. Steelers D showing out. You got to...
It's going to be close. Oh, Betsy. 11 points for the Steelers defense.
Raven fumble.
My defense needs 1 more point. But the thing is, they can let up another field goal, but another touchdown, and I think I'm down to 4 on a touchdown. Right?
What?
I'm down to 4 on a touchdown again, I think.
4 points you get?
No, I lose 4.
Oh.
Or no,
yeah.
I go down to 4, I think.
No, I think 6. It'd be down 4 points.
So I just really got to hope the Steelers take a long time offensively for the rest of the game. This would be an historic comeback for me if the Steelers if the fantasy team pulls it out.
I might lose to Matt.
No, you won't.
John Ross gets 18 points.
No, that won't happen. Neck and neck. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it out. Zeke has just been horrible in fantasy
Tell him your
football.
score.
Well, I'm losing 105.9 to 105.15. I'm losing by 0.75 or 0.70.
90 minus 15.
0.70. 5. I said.
What grade do you have in math?
Kill this idiot. I'm going to kill you in your sleep.
So here we go.
You do. Oh, Yahoo all the way. Not even close. Yahoo's way better. Not even debatable.
Here we go.
And Jude Smith-Schuster. James Washington. They give to Jalen Samuels. And Connor. I don't know why I said Samuels. Connor pushes it up. They'll give him about 4 yards. No, way more.
Paul was happy with the Big Browns' victory. I know that.
Give him 3 yards, and it's down at 7 here for Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 targets. He has 1 catch for 9 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster in motion. Rudolph looks for Smoosher. Connor, first down. A little dump off to James Connor. And a Steeler first down. They're going to go hurry mode. I don't know why they're going hurry mode.
Tempo.
But yeah, they can't give the Bengals the ball back with a minute or more. They got to let this clock tick. First down, Steelers at the 40. If Paul was watching, this is my Madden strategy. It's clock minute. Got to let the clock tick. So here we go.
It's the first half. Like this is 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Mason Rudolph. They give to Chad or
Johnson.
Deontay Johnson. And it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Silent but deadly. Do you like Mason Rudolph? Well, tonight he's playing great. 13 of 14, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. He has been a stud tonight, but last week he did not show this at all. But you never know. They're playing a way worse defense, so you can't really tell. We'll have to give them a few more weeks to really see. But
well, and you can also tell that they're just doing short, safe passes. I mean, the only one he's really thrown downfield was the offensive pass interference.
Yep.
So
2nd down and 3 here for Pittsburgh. So, seemed like a safety got hurt for Cincinnati. Steelers are going to get destroyed by the Patriots. Well, they already played the Patriots week 1, and they did get destroyed. But Rudolph looking, he's got a wide open Vanette, and they give it to Samuels, and Samuels gets a first down on the Bengal 46-yard line.
here we go. 1st and 10 from the Bengal 46.
Samuels
He's got a
breaks
hole
away.
up the middle.
Samuels to the Cincinnati 33, and this is where you start to let that clock tick, 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 tick. So you can see beautiful blocks by DeCastro and Pouncey. Samuel finds a gapping hole. Could have drove a bus through that hole.
Here we go.
Looks to Juju Smith-Schuster, who's horse-collared out of bounds by Trey Kirkpatrick. It's 2nd and short here for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Getting the ball to their playmakers.
Yeah, for sure. makes it all the way to the Bengals 14.
So here we go. First and 10, 2-minute warning.
So 3.5 minutes to go. In Steelers versus Bengals. Same Canton Brown, XR. I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, I'm back. Epic Hunter, yep, for sure. Third and 2. Samuels is stuffed. They're going to have to set up for a field goal here. Fourth and 7. Chris Boswell will come out. And Boswell to put the Steelers on top by 7. Is good. 10-3. Pittsburgh with the lead in Heinz Field with 58 seconds to go in the half. Oh gosh. And Barry the kickoff back of the end zone. The Bengals get it here at the 25. Showing clips of Vontaze Burfict, most dirtiest player in the NFL, and some would say the biggest cheap hit dirty player of all time. Dalton, they're going to pass it over the middle, and it is caught. As 42 and ticking in the half. Andy Dalton, the snap. Dalton under pressure, and Dalton is sacked. Andy Dalton is obliterated by the Steeler defensive line. Wow. T.J. Watt. And it's now second and 18, 20 and ticking. They might try something here as Dalton takes the snap, Dalton, and it's to Bernard, who gets it up to the 42. It is third down, and they're going to send us to halftime in Pittsburgh. Ten to 3, Steelers by 7. I will be right back once again. Alrighty, I'm back. It's halftime. Steelers 10, the Bengals 3 here at Heinz Field. Home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rudolph is playing really good right now. We'll see if he can keep it up, though. Lego on Flago, how's it going? Yeah, awesome, Lego. Appreciate it. I've been watching your videos, by the way. Go check out Lego on Flago, college football guys in the chat. Go check him out. Austin, how's it going? If you like college football, then you'll definitely like Lego on Fuego's channel. Jeez, you hit 1,000 subs? I didn't even realize that. Awesome. Awesome. Like, I didn't even realize that. Awesome. So, yeah, go check him out, guys. Bobby, we're just not going to take calls tonight, Bobby. Maybe towards the end of the game, maybe, but we'll see. till halftime. Probably have about 10 more minutes till the start of the second half. It's been a great game for the Pittsburgh Steelers all around. We'll see if they can pick, or if they can keep it up. We will see. And the struggles of Miami, Kirk Cousins has just been horrible for the Minnesota Vikings. Absolutely horrible. Ugh, got a hair. I hate when that happens. Hair in your mouth. Sucks, but. So hopefully you guys are having a good Monday. I know Mondays suck. They really do, but hey, sorry. Monday Night Football is the best part about Monday and football season. So, when football's on, it's not that bad. You actually can look forward to something on Monday. But, yeah. Oh, Bill Cowher was actually inducted to the Steelers Ring of Honor tonight. So that's cool. So, almost time for the second half kickoff here in Heinz Field. Well, if the Steelers defense basically holds them to 3 or 6 points, I win in fantasy. If they get a touchdown, game is most likely going to be over. In fantasy for me this week, I'm winning by not even 1 point, like by 0.70. So it's not going to be easy, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks, Lego. Appreciate it. Yeah, you've been growing like crazy. Richie, yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd say. How much pressure do you think the Steelers have since they traded their first pick? Well, Minka Fitzpatrick is first pick caliber. Not first pick, but first round caliber. So I don't think they probably. I mean, Fitzpatrick's been alright, but I don't know. He's not Pro Bowl caliber, no way. But he's good in a big position that we needed in our secondary, very weak secondary. We've had one of the weakest secondaries in the NFL over the past, 10, 15 years. I mean, Troy Polamalu and, Joe Hayden's been good for us. Mike Hilton. Artie Burns really wasn't anything special. I'm kind of glad they got rid of him. But our proud thing is our linebackers. Even, you got to keep in mind, we lost Ryan Shazier, who was on pace to be probably the best, at least a top 5 linebacker in the NFL. But got paralyzed from the Bengals, and, but now we got Devin Bush, who's looked like a star. Vince Williams, who could come in and make a few good plays for you. And then TJ Watt, who's one of the best outside linebackers for his age in football. Probably the best linebacker for his age in NFL football. And I'd definitely say a top 15, top 20 outside linebacker in the NFL. Easily, I'd say that. How do you feel about the Steelers roller coaster, Steel Curtain? Good, I guess. But I think this is our final commercial break. Then we'll send you right back to the second half of Steelers and Bengals live on Monday Night Football on ESPN at Heinz Field. So if you are new, please subscribe. Click the bell. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Also, like the video. Also appreciate that as well. And also, if you like my Fortnite streams, please, I put a poll in the top left corner of your stream. It's like a little eye that's a circle. Click on it. And then if you want me to keep doing Fortnite, you click yes. If you don't want me to do Fortnite, you click no. So please go answer that for me. I'd highly appreciate it. If you guys could do that. We're returning here to Monday Night Football. The Steelers' defense has looked pretty good. We'll see if they can keep it up. You never know. Oh, man. And the second half is shortly going to kick off here. And here we go, the Bengals to boot it away to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the key to the second half here is to burn as much clock as you can. And Holton thinks it went out of bounds in front of the pylon, but the ref says no, it went behind the pylon, or else that would be a penalty. But it apparently was in front or behind, and the Steelers will get a start at the 25-yard line as the pressure from the ends have just been very good for us tonight here for the Steelers. Our D-line looks unbelievable with Perfect, TJ Watt making great plays. Devin Bush has been all over the field. Devin Bush is on the sideline. Looks like he's got okay, well, he's screwing around with the oxygen mask on the sideline. He has 3 sacks tonight with a forced fumble. Devin Bush is having probably his best game in his rookie career so far. But we'll see here. Rudolph, the snap, Rudolph, the draw to James Conner. James Conner, breaking away. Conner takes it all the way up to about the 43-yard line. Conner a little slow to get up. And he's wobbling down the sideline. Oh, boy. Conner is limping over to the Steelers sideline. It looks like he's fine, but they might give him a few play break. But Conner had a great run. Took it all the way up to, the 48 on the Steelers side. And a first down. He's being looked at, though, on the sideline. Looked like he might have done something to his ankle, potentially. And it's first down for the Steelers at the 46. Rudolph, the little flip to Samuels, who pushes his way up to about the 49. And it's second down, and now Lisa Salters on the sideline. Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. And it's second down and 6 now for the Steelers at about their own 49-ish yard line. Second down and 6 to give to the rookie Blake Snell. Supercharger, how's it going, Supercharger? Welcome to the stream. A yard for Snell, and it's 3rd and 5 for Pittsburgh. His left ankle was kind of brought down awkwardly. He might head into the locker room. Yeah, he's going to head into the locker room here. He's having a great game. He looks fine. Doesn't look like much. Oh, no. Well, he might just sit down on the benches. Where be Ryan? I don't know what Ryan's doing. 3rd and 5 for the Steelers at the Bengals 49. He's got 5 to snap it. Samuels in motion. They got 2-1. They get it off. Rudolph looks, and it's wide open. Jalen Samuels, first down. Pittsburgh up to the to the Bengal 34, and the Steelers driving on Cincinnati. So really good. Well, Mason Rudolph, a great read on a wide-open Jalen Samuels. Sees 2 Cincinnati Bengals way behind Samuels, 2 safeties. Rudolph takes good advantage of that, and first down. Doing great, young man. Thank you, Will Gatson Jr. Appreciate that. And now we got a flag down. I don't know. Too many men on the field for the Steelers, and that is something that can never happen. Too many men on the field, illegal substitute. That cannot happen. That just comes down to coaching, and that can't happen. That just careless mistakes for Pittsburgh. East Coast Grandison, how's it going? Go Steelers. 1st and 15 here for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Bengal 40-ish. Rudolph talking to his double back set. Samuels rolls out to the right side. Juju in the slot. Rudolph. Over to go, and it's over the head of Snell. And it's 2nd and 15 for Pittsburgh. Kind of a good thing he threw it over his head. That would have been a big loss of yardage for the Steelers. And it's now 2nd down to 15 here for the Steelers. As if you didn't know, James Conner is currently on the sideline, or he might even be in the locker room. They didn't really show if he went to the locker room or not. He kind of was hobbling around. He looks like he's fine. I mean, he wasn't really bad on the sideline, walking around like normal. That's why he might be just on the bench for a few plays. But anyway, 2nd and 15 here for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Bengals 40. Maybe in field goal range for Boswell, depending on which way the wind is blowing. Rudolph under pressure. Rudolph. Vanette! Oh, what a pass by Rudolph! And Nick Vanette, in his Pittsburgh Steelers debut, makes a heck of a catch as the Ohio State man, Nick Vanette, in his Pittsburgh Steelers debut from Seattle. And here come them Steelers. Well, the Seattle Seahawks clearly like Will Dissly as their number 1 tight end. They've used him way more than they used Vanette. And even Luke Wilson. That is a clean catch by Vanette. What a catch by MNF. And that's a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati 23. Wildcat again. James Conner is back in. James Conner still going. Conner all the way to the 1. First and goal. Pittsburgh. James Conner. Where did this come from? James Conner is an absolute animal tonight, despite being horrible the first 3 games. James Conner has looked better. He's looked like Marshawn Lynch out here, breaking tackles, getting away from defenders, doing everything he can to get in the end zone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He broke 4 tackles, and he jumped on a Bengal player. Jumped on number 99, Willings. He just kept going. 4 broken tackles. What a run from James Conner. And it's first and goal for the Steelers at the Cincinnati 2. And an injured Bengals down. It's Billings, who was the guy who kind of got stepped on like a mountain by James Conner. He'll be helped to get up, the big defensive lineman. Looks to be okay. They're going to walk him to the sideline. Andrew Billings in his 4th season in the NFL from Baylor. 6'1", over 328 pounds. And he will be walked off unassisted by the trainers. And it's first and goal for Pittsburgh as he will get off the field. And now back to Mason Rudolph and James Conner for the Steelers. So here we go. First down and goal for Pittsburgh. They're going to line up here at the 2-yard line. This could be huge to go up by 2 scores. Grandison says touchdown Steelers. Let's see. Am I behind or something? Oh, the flip it. Samuels is in. Jalen Samuels. First and goal, Wildcat touchdown. And the Steelers are going to go up by 2 touchdowns here early in the 3rd quarter. Well, actually halfway. Well, no, mid-3rd quarter. It's a 4-minute, 24-second drive by the Steelers. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to take a 7-3 lead over the Cincinnati Bengals at Heinz Field. The Steelers are finally starting to look like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Once again, Steelers look great. By far their best overall game so far of the season. Also playing the worst team, though, that they've played all year. But we will see. Mike Lynch, how's it going, Mike? Giants have looked, or you're a Jets fan, actually. Jets, not good, but Giants have looked very good. With Daniel Jones absolutely dominating for the Giants. Didn't have a great, well, he was good. He got the win, but not as good this week as he was last week for the 4th pick sixth pick, I believe, out of Duke. Daniel Jones. People thought the Giants were crazy for taking him over Dwayne Haskins. And now look at Dwayne Haskins, how bad he was doing. Threw 3 interceptions for Washington. I really just think Haskins is overrated. Really just think he is overrated. But anyway here, got to put that to 3rd quarter. Alrighty. It has been a good, dominant game so far for the Steelers, but the question is, can their defense perform well? Did Zach Taylor make some big adjustments in the halftime break, or is their offense going to continue to struggle against an above-average Pittsburgh Steelers defense? as Mason Rudolph has looked unbelievable tonight. Having a great game, taking advantage of the Cincinnati Bengals' poor defensive secondary. And, Rudolph has been looking great, getting tutored on the sideline, it seems like, from Big Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben's got his headset on and his humongous cast on his right arm. Now Chris Boswell and the Steelers kickoff team out to boot it away to Tate and the Cincinnati Bengals with 10:36 to go in the third quarter. Boswell checks his sides. Boswell kicks it away. In the back of the end zone, out of play, and the Bengals will start at the 25-yard line as it is Captain Kevin Fogler. Salute to service. James Joseph, you're so young. Oh, yeah, kind of. Thank you. Appreciate that, James. Good work so far. Thank you, James. So if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. Click the bell so you know whenever I go live for the Steelers and Notre Dame football games. I'd really appreciate all the support you guys can give me. So here we go. First down, Dalton, play action with Mixon. And it's almost intercepted. What a play. It was batted away by Stevie Nelson, the former Kansas City Chief in his first year with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I believe that was that Micah Fitzpatrick behind Stevie Nelson that almost intercepted, but didn't look like he had a good chance to intercept it. And it's 2nd and 10 here for Cincinnati. That would have been a big interception for the Pittsburgh defense in deep Bengal territory. Andy Dalton, 2nd and 10, still at the 20. Probably will give it to Mixon here, see what he can do. Well, no, they're going to pass it. Dalton, under heavy pressure, and Andy Dalton is going to be sacked again! The Steelers' defensive line has been unbelievable as Cam Hayward breaks through the line and takes down Andy Dalton. A huge sack from Cam Hayward, and it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Cincinnati Bengals. You can see Hayward blast through the left guard, and even Stephon Tuitt came around. I think they're going to give the full sack to Hayward. I don't think they're going to give any 0.5 to Tuitt. But Cam Hayward, a big sack in his 9th season, was a Pro Bowl selection, and each of the past 2 seasons, he's had 21 sacks since 2017. That was his first this season. East Coast Grandison, we needed that sack. Yes, big sack. Throw across the middle, and it is dropped by Tate, and it's 4th and 21. The Bengals go 3 and out on about not even a minute on that drive, and they're quickly going to send out the punt team, and the Bengals are going to boot it away to Pittsburgh on a potential put-away drive here for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense if they can score. They're not going to have bad starting position as, with a decent punt. They can start at their own 35 to 40-yard line as Kevin Huber to punt it away to Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson did fumble it on their first possession of the season as Huber, more of a high kick punter. It'll land at about the 42 and take a Steeler bounce. And Pittsburgh is going to start at about the Cincinnati 43. What a bad bounce that punt took. As we'll take a quick commercial break. Rudolph, Juju Smith-Schuster, James Conner, the new big 3 for Pittsburgh. We have looked great so far tonight. Like I said, playing the worst out of the first 3 teams that we played. But here's the thing. The first 3 teams we played is New England. They're 4-0. We played the Seahawks, who were now 3-1. They just crushed the Cardinals. We played the Niners, who were on a bye this week. They're 3-0. We played 2 undefeated teams and a 1-loss team who all have top 15, top 12 offenses in the NFL. But the only thing is, last week we had 5 takeaways. That is not acceptable to lose a game with 5 takeaways. Mason Rudolph really didn't look great last week. Our whole offense, we just couldn't get it down the field, and that is something that we have improved on. We've been able to get the ball down the field. We've been so successful on our last few drives. I mean, Barry's barely been able to punt it, maybe once or twice. He might not even been out tonight so far. Thank you, James Joseph. yeah, our offense has looked spectacular. Our defense has looked even better and a huge factor. And I know we're playing the Cincinnati Bengals defense, who potentially is the worst defense in the NFL. I don't know, though. We have played one heck of a game. That's for sure. We have played a heck of a game. So hopefully your guys' fantasy teams played well tonight. Mine is, leaning on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. If they get about 2 more sacks or an interception, fumble recovery, if they get one of those or 2 sacks, then I think my team will win. So we'll see. My fantasy squad, Mason Nevling, I love your... Thanks, Mason. Pronounced that wrong. Anyway, Supercharger, who's on your fantasy squad? Well, I've actually made a lot of trades, rebuild my team. I'm the commissioner of my league. I'm 2-1 currently, and if I win this week, I'll be 3-1, and I believe it'll be like 3rd place or 4th place. I have Pat Mahomes, Sterling Shepard, Philip Dorsett, Zeke Elliott, Josh Jacobs, Will Dissly, Rex Burkhead. But then on my bench, I got Kenyon Drake, Jason Witten, Kareem Hunt, Paul Richardson Jr., Melvin Gordon, who I would start over Burkhead. Don't worry, I'm not putting Burkhead over Gordon. Gordon will definitely be a starter next week for me. And they got Robert Anderson and Michael Gallup on the IR, who will most likely replace Philip Dorsett. And then I got Matt Gase, my kicker, and the Steelers defense. I'm one of those teams, so that kind of picks up, whoever defense is playing the worst team. So probably whoever plays Miami, I'll pick up. But the Steelers defense look great tonight as Rudolph fires it out of bounds. And it's 2nd and 10 here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster out of USC. I'm a Steelers or a Notre Dame fan. He used to dominate Notre Dame years ago, even though they were pretty bad. Sam Darnold and Juju Smith-Schuster were very good at USC, but not great. We still beat them, but they were not bad at all 2-3 years ago with Darnold and Juju Smith, a great duo. But yeah, Rudolph backing up, 2nd and 10, pressure from the outside, wide open, Deontay Johnson for a Steeler touchdown. What a pass by Mason Rudolph, and the Steelers are going to take a 20-point lead with a Chris Boswell PAT coming up a 43-yard Deontay Johnson touchdown. He was wide open, and a 2-play touchdown drive for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers dominating the Bengals. They look like the Pittsburgh Steelers I remember. Not even last year. Ben in his prime. Antonio Brown in his prime. Le'Veon Bell in his prime. That, 3-4 years ago, Pittsburgh Steelers team. It's reminding me of them right now with a way better defense. We added T.J. Watt, Devin Bush. We did lose Shazier as Boswell makes the PAT, which Shazier is obviously a big loss. He was on pace to definitely be easily a top 15, top 20 middle linebacker in the NFL, and got paralyzed and said he would never be able to walk again potentially, and he's been walking. He's been doing great, making great progress. I don't think he'll play football again. As much as I want him to, it probably wouldn't work out, even though he has looked great. Anyway, Pittsburgh has looked great. They do all these plays that draw the defenders to the right side. They've been double-teaming Juju Smith-Schuster all night, which is very, they have to do that. Juju struggles with double teams, as, used to Antonio Brown getting double-teamed last year. But, they double-team Juju, and Juju cuts out. Deontay Johnson to the left, Juju to the right. They both go, they cut towards the middle, and then they spread out. And with Juju, 2 men on him, it draws the defense to that side, and they forget all about Deontay Johnson, who's wide open for a 43-yard touchdown, and the Pittsburgh Steelers continue to take advantage of a weak Cincinnati Bengals secondary here at Heinz Field. So here we go. Boswell to kick it away in the back of the end zone. And once again, Cincinnati will start at the 25-yard line here with 9:24 to go in the third quarter. Mason Rudolph has looked like a stud tonight after struggling last week versus the Niners. I mean, really, he's barely made any bad throw. He really hasn't had a bad throw yet tonight. He has looked great for Pittsburgh, as you can see in the score. He has been great. And I don't like our offensive coordinator at all, Randy Fichtner, however you want to say it. I don't like him at all. But he has had a decent game. He's not doing a vanilla quick slant up the gut playbook tonight. As Mixon gets a good carry up to the 40. And a first down for the Cincinnati Bengals. Mason Rudolph getting high five from Big Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben. I think he's been kind of telling Rudolph how to do this, do that on the sideline, kind of tutoring him. As they give to Joe Mixon, who might pick up 3 to 4 yards on the play. And it'll be second down and about 6. Annoy the noise. That's the garage door opening. That's extremely loud, but ignore that. And it's now second down and 5 for Pittsburgh at the 45-yard line. And Andy Dalton. Jeez, it seems like every play they look to the sideline. It's like they audible almost every play. I mean, he's telling his whole squad. It's crazy. Every play, it seemed like. They've done that, Mixon a little flip to the outside. And Mixon, a first down to the 48 on the Steelers side. What a jump by Joe Mixon. And uses his athleticism and his speed. Picks up a first down. I wouldn't count that as a hurdle over Joe Hayden. He kind of hurdled over his right arm. I mean, you can't really count that as a hurdle. But Joe Mixon tonight, 10 carries, 52 yards. Not bad. A 5.2 yards a carry average, which isn't bad. I mean, that's pretty average for Joe Mixon. Off 10 carries as Dalton play action with Mixon. T.J. Watt coming from behind. T.J. Watt, the sack on Andy Dalton, and my goodness, Saxburg is back in Pittsburgh. T.J. Watt, probably my favorite Pittsburgh Steeler at the moment this season. Him or Devin Bush, they've been so good, forcing pressure on Andy Dalton all night long. Now 5 sacks for Pittsburgh. That is their season high so far through their first 3 games. Obviously, this is their 4th. So this is now their most they've had, which 5 sacks for a team, that's pretty good. Very good, actually. Andy Dalton's going to go under center. He's got 1 to snap, and they're not going to get it off. And Zach Taylor, I'm guessing they're going to call the timeout unless they just want to take the 5 yards. Oh, yeah, they're going to take the delay game. They're not going to call the timeout. And it'll be second down and 20 for the Cincinnati Bengals. With 6:55 to go in the third quarter. So post your guys' reaction in the live chat. If you're a Steelers fan, what do you think about their performance tonight? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good did their offense play? How good did their defense play? Who's your favorite player right now? Who do you think the impact player of the game is? Offensively, I think it's James Conner. He's really picked up the pace tonight. Breaking tackles, making defenders miss. He's had, a few breakaway plays for 20, 30, 40 yards. He's had a great game tonight, and I really love seeing Conner perform at the level he has been tonight as Dalton, under heavy pressure again, flips it to Mixon, and it was behind Mixon. A bad throw by Dalton under heavy pressure, getting hit, and it is third down and 20 for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it is third down and 20 for the Cincinnati Bengals. And the odds of them getting the first down is about, not very good, we'll say. Especially how good the Steeler defense has been. Really no big plays for the Bengals. I mean, the biggest play was maybe like 18 yards maybe. I mean, I feel like they haven't really had any big plays, as you can see on the scoreboard. As pressure again, and Dalton is sacked for the 6th time tonight. And Dalton is furious with his offensive line. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Wow. Saxburg tonight at Heinz Field. Holy crap. I am so excited to see how good. Against the weak offensive line, you got to keep that in mind. But still, when our whole defensive line is breaking through a pro football team's offensive line, It's 4th and 29 as Huber to punt it away. A way better punt this time as a flag is down. Ref's hat is off. Switzer tries to get to the outside, and he's isolated at the 27. And we'll see what the call is here. I don't know. The flag was thrown while the ball was about halfway through the air. So let's get the penalty. Legal. Looks like an illegal formation on the Bengals. I'm guessing they'll make him repunt it. It's on Brandon Wilson, a player voluntarily out of bounds. I don't see that very often. I don't know if they'll... Like I said, I can't listen to the audio because that'd be copyright. I think they're just going to let the punt stand and Mason Rudolph... Or no, they're going to come back on at the sideline and they're going to repunt it here to try and get an extra 5 to 10 yards. So... Thank you so much, Lego and Fuego. Yeah, it'd be really cool to be a be really cool to be a professional like broadcaster on CBS, ESPN, whatever. That is one of my favorite dream jobs to potentially be up and grow up. So here we go, a repunt here at about the 27-yard line. Huber boots it away. It looks more sky-high type, but it does go pretty far out. And the Steelers will start at the 31-yard line here. First down, and Mason Rudolph and the Steelers offense will come out and step out onto the field here. Last 4 drives, they've had 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Like I said, they have been very successful here in these past few drives. They had a great, after the first quarter was done, that's when our offense just started to boom. Connor started to dominate. The Steelers' defense picked it up. And we also got to keep in mind, we stopped the Bengals. They might have got a first down or 2. We stopped them, held them to punt it. We started at our own 10. Deontay Johnson fumbled it, and the Bengals already got the start at the Steeler 15-20. Lego and Fuego. So when you got the boys heading home from work, I'll catch you again soon. Go Devin Bush for sure, Lego. I love him. Jim Harbaugh taught him good. I love Harbaugh. He might be a little weird and crazy, but I like him. So yeah, but like I was saying, they got to start at our 10-yard line, which, unless you really suck, even the Bengals can't screw this up. They got a field goal, which, like I said, theoretically, they probably wouldn't have gotten that field goal if we didn't fumble it inside our own 10. So, theoretically, if that happens, we would be winning 24-0 here in mid-third quarter and even look better than we already are. But we'll see here. I mean, this is definitely a put-away drive. I mean, if the game's not already over, definitely a put-away drive for our offense here. We could take us, to the whole third quarter. That'd be great. Take some time off the board. Go down, get a touchdown to, go up by 28. And I think that'll be the game for sure, even with a full quarter for the Bengals to do something, unless they get pick sixes back to back or, whatever. We should be able to pull this out with a touchdown on this play. So we're a quick commercial break. ESPN funny commercial about the mouth guards that some of the players wear. So they're showing the beehive. That's what they used to call them, the 3 Bs, or whatever they're, Ben, Antonio, and Bell. Now it's a completely different one with Rudolph, Connor, and Juju. I don't think it's necessarily as good as the 3 Bs were. They were great. You could see in our past few years, in that year, our record and how good we did. I believe that was the year when we beat the Chiefs in the divisional round and then lost the Pats in the conference championship. I believe it was the last year of the Le'Veon Bell Steeler era, as Connor is taken down. That's the garage door. Once again, it's very loud and annoying. I'm right above it. James Joseph. Really appreciate the support, James Joseph. I love positive comments. I get a lot of negative comments, which I just try to ignore. It sucks, but hey, it's going to happen. If you're a professional athlete, even a doctor, people can easily hate on you for anything. So here we go. 3rd down. Connor stuffed. Barely can make it back to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 3rd down. The Killer Bees. That's right, East Coast. I know it was Killer Bees, Triple B, whatever. Well, Triple B. It will happen for you. Thank you so much, James Joseph. Appreciate it. And they make a lot of money, too. Not millionaires, not even close, but they make a pretty good amount of money for sitting down and watching some football with usually a Hall of Fame quarterback. Aikman, Tony Romo, Charles Davis was, I believe, a linebacker. But anyway, here Mason Rudolph, 3rd and 3, chase out of the pocket, fires it, and way off as the Bengals defense gets their first stop since our first possession fumble, as they have a rookie defensive coordinator, Lou Anarumo, first season as the defensive coordinator. And, thank you. Alrighty. Caramel iced coffee. Don't let me mess your game up. No, that's all right, James. Appreciate it. But anyway, Jordan Berry, a punt away from the 4th down and 3. From their own 38. Berry boots it. And it'll be behind the returner all the way into the end zone. What a punt by Berry. And the Bengals will get a first down at 10 at the 23. Andy Dalton, furious on the sideline. Holy crap. Throwing his helmet everywhere. And you can tell he's not happy. And you can clearly understand his offensive line has been horrible tonight, allowing 5 Steelers defensive sacks. Or no, is it 6 now, right? 6 defensive Steelers sacks. Also a fumble recovery. Steelers defense couldn't have played a better game in a must-win situation where you have to win in this.
What a game. Steelers down 3-0, 24 unanswered points. Steelers taking command. This is definitely looking positive for the Steelers. I'm telling you. Offense is clicking. Obviously, we're playing the Bengals, but we'll take this. Hopefully, we'll get some momentum. As you said earlier, the Steelers have played some pretty good opponents this year, so we're finally coming into our own. The defense is locked in. Sacks, interception.
6 sacks, a fumble recovery. No interception.
Just a fumble.
Almost. So we had a few chances where we definitely could have picked it off.
For crying out loud.
Yeah, he should have had that one earlier in the game, and then we just had one off a Stevie Nelson tip. That was a little hard, though. But Carrick Barnett, how's it going? Yeah, Steelers definitely dominating. Definitely a put-away drive situation here for Pittsburgh. Or, I'm sorry, no, they punted away. What I should say is a definite must-score drive for the Cincinnati Bengals offense. Field goal, depending on where they are, they probably won't kick a field goal unless it's 4th down and 6 or above. The field goal is not going to do them any good if they want to have a chance on winning the game. If they want to have a chance, to cut it to within 10 or, make it a closer game, then yeah, they can kick the field goal. But if they want to win, then they got to go for touchdowns. A field goal is not going to do them anything in this situation.
Totally agree with the East Coast. Little momentum can go far. Get this momentum going in the right direction.
I gotta admit, I was super negative about the Steelers at the beginning of the stream. And from this game, like I said, they're playing a terrible Cincinnati team. Not the worst team in the league, but one of the worst. But still, to beat a professional football team by over 20 points, maybe even over by 30, depending on how this game closes, is usually pretty impressive. As to give to Joe Mixon, who's maybe 3 to 4 yards on the carry. And it's second down and about 6 for Andy Dalton's Cincinnati Bengals.
Aiden, why do we get McDonald's? Because you are what?
Tired.
Loving it. Remember?
Loving it.
Browns.
And to support Vance McDonald with his injury. Although Nick Van Ness has been good.
All right. 2nd and 6.
Give to Mixon. We missed a tackle,
Not
but
going anywhere.
Bush and Edmonds are there as a big missed tackle from, I believe his name's Adesi or Adesti. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but a big stuffage there by Bush and Edmonds. Edmonds was taken in last year's draft. Bush was taken in this year's draft. So 2 extremely young players, probably 2 youngest players on the Steelers defense, making big plays in big situations. It's 3rd and 6 for Andy Dalton and the Bengals with Mixon to his left. Rudolph is playing really good. You guys got a really good backup. Yeah, his 3rd year now in the NFL from Oklahoma State, was teammates with James Washington, who's having a very quiet night.
3rd and 6.
Catch is thrown over the middle and Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's Eifert.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Notre Dame, man, Tyler Eifert, a big first down for the Bengals, and that's the first down they needed to keep this drive going. Well, it's never really good to not have someone in the middle of the field. It can be hard, but I feel like that's just a must in the NFL. People love those little middle shallow routes. Teams love throws over the middle of the field. You always got to have a guy over the middle to at least be there to take him down.
Okay, 1st and 10, short slant.
Once again over the middle, that is to
quick slant to Tate.
Not Golden Tate, but I believe his name is Brandon Tate. And Tate gets about 7-8, 2nd down and 2 for the Bengals at the 45. Aden Tate's his name. 3 catches, 27 yards for Tate. 2nd and 2, Andy Dalton. Dalton keeper. And Dalton is about a yard short of the first down.
Gains a yard. 3rd and short here. I'd have to believe this is.
Who does Notre Dame play this week? They're playing Bowling Green. And we're actually going to be going to the game. Probably could stream it live if it's not pouring down rain or anything. Appreciate all the support, James Joseph. And it's 3rd down and 1.
Big down here for the Steelers. Need to stop. Keep the momentum going into next week. I don't want to give them a touchdown here. Let's keep playing good football. Run up the middle. That'll be a first down.
Stuffs
3 yards.
This way.
That's all right. They're almost at midfield. They're at their own 49. 39 seconds left and counting in this 3rd quarter. Steelers with the lead, 24-3. Bengals with the ball. Almost at midfield here. Under 30 seconds left to go.
See, I'll go down to 4 points. I'll go down to 4. But we have 15, so 9 plus 14 is 13.
Down to 4 what? If what happens? A touchdown?
If they get 10, 14, up to 14.
Okay, here we go. Screen
So
pass.
screen,
And the
Mixon!
Steelers sniff
Oh,
that
Lord.
out. It's a loss of a half a yard.
Yeah. I feel like teams have run a lot of screens on us. We've been able to shut down most of them so far. Thank you, James.
End of the 3rd.
Yep. Final 4th quarter of some Monday Night Football. Week 4, the final game of Week 4. And my, oh my, I'm happy. My Steelers are winning. My fantasy team is so close to winning and getting a huge upset on a team to really help my team in the rankings. I mean, not a huge upset. It's not like my team's horrible, but
I'm winning
pretty
too.
good win. Nice. Do you see Rudolph as the next franchise quarterback, or do they need to draft someone?
Very good question.
That is a great question, Epic Hunter. You know, we don't know much about Rudolph. He's had a bad game last week versus the Niners, and he's had a great game versus a weaker defense in the Cincinnati defense. So we really just got to test him against better teams, like a big test versus the Baltimore Ravens defense that allowed 45 points versus the Cleveland Browns mediocre offense. So that'll be a big test, but the Ravens are definitely going to be trying to fight back to get a rebound off a huge Browns loss from last week. So it's going to be tough, but if Rudolph can pull that one out, I think, it's too early to tell, though. It is way too early to tell. We'll see how he does this year, and if Ben really plays next year, if Rudolph does really good, they probably, I don't know if they could play Ben. If Rudolph keeps playing games like this, I don't know if they could play Ben.
What happened to Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco? Oh, we got traded as a veteran quarterback.
Why?
Final few years. Because they brought up a new guy, Lamar Jackson. Same thing as Pittsburgh's doing.
They gave Lamar Jackson a chance. He thrived.
The thing is, we're not going to be able to trade Ben. He's way too old and way too regressed as a football player. I mean, unless someone's desperate. Like, I don't know, but the Bengals maybe could actually want him. Andy Dalton's just been terrible the past. He was MVP candidate, 3 years ago or 4 years ago? Ever since then, he has turned out to be, 25th best quarterback at best, I'd say. That's at best. He's horrible. The only thing he doesn't throw that many interceptions, which is a good thing.
Smart quarterback, but
he's smart, but he has no
terrible
talent.
Line.
He's slow.
Average receivers. His best receivers out.
Yeah. But their offensive line is bad, but James Joseph, in good to go. Alrighty, I'll see you later, James. Appreciate all the support, and go Steelers.
All right, guys. Bengals take over. Or I should say they start here. 2nd and 10, they get nothing. They'll bring up a 3rd and 10 at their own 48-yard line. The start of the 4th quarter is here.
Tricks, how's it going?
Appreciate everybody watching the stream. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so. Hit the bell. Comment and enjoy.
Postseason live. Oh, yeah. If the Steelers come back and make the playoffs, we'll be going live for all that. I'll cancel anything to stream that game, unless it's a wedding. But, yeah. Definitely streaming all the Steelers playoff games if they make it as a throw.
Incomplete.
And they're going to get whatever they want is whatever they're going to get. Now the question is, will Pittsburgh challenge us? I don't know if it's that big of a deal to challenge it, but I don't know. We'll take another look.
It's a first down. It would have been 4th down.
Yeah, but you don't need. I don't know. Oh, MLB. Yeah, I'll do probably the World Series. A few games of the World Series. But my Indians didn't make it, though, so. Not good. We choked in the end of the season. Couldn't beat the Natties or the White Sox. But
our grandpa watched every game faithfully, passed away.
Yeah, but
not too long ago. I wish
he's their good luck charm. As soon as he passed, they started to struggle. But good thing that they didn't miss it. Dalton throw to Bernard, who shut down
Nothing.
Terrell Edmonds, and Bud Dupree comes to finish off Bernard.
Did the Cubs make it?
No, they blew it at the end. They were one of the best teams.
The Cubs missed the playoffs again?
Yeah.
They missed the playoffs?
They had a few injuries, so I think Rizzo got hurt. I know Javi Baez got hurt at the end of the season. Bryant might have been out a few games. They had a lot of injuries. They have a lot of talent, but it just seemed not to be a playoff caliber team. I don't know. Tampa Bay Rays, so sorry. Carrick. The A's all of a sudden just started dominating at the end of last season. But anyway, for 2nd and 11 for the Bengals at the Steeler 44. Dalton, it's caught. Auden Tate, all the way to the Pittsburgh 20-yard line. Man. Auden Tate.
Aiden, if they score it,
Yeah.
your fantasy's pretty close. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Andy Dalton under pressure.
Screen.
Screen
Almost
aboard!
picked off.
They had another chance on a ricochet. That one was not as easy as Terrell Edmonds didn't see the ball bounce over his head. And I feel bad for Andy Dalton. Not saying he's good and he deserves to be on a good team, but his O-line sucks. His receiver sucks. Bernard can't catch balls. Mixon can't catch balls. All they can do is run it with Mixon. That's the only way they've been able to drive down the field, and maybe a few quick slants here and there, but nothing else. Indians were my favorite team to watch. I just like the talent of the team.
Yep.
They got a lot of young stars. Mercado, Santana, Lindor, Jose Ramirez. They just need a catcher. Second base.
10 from the 21 of the Steelers.
Dalton
Quick
under
drop.
pressure throw, and it is
Caught by John Ross for a first down to the 10, and John Ross is down. John Ross is down. Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Well,
now he's getting up. Now he's kind of falling over. I wonder if he had a stinger here. Oof.
Stinger. That's a stinger.
Fell on that right shoulder. Oof. Oh, boy.
Epic Hunter, you got a lot of young talent, though. Bo Bichetti, Dante's son, and Vladdy Jr. Yeah, I like your team a lot. That's probably, even though they played Indians a lot, I think that's my second favorite team. So much young talent.
So here we go. 1st and goal, Dalton. Does anybody remember where he went to college? I remember. Wanted to see if anybody else remembers.
It wasn't SMU, was it?
Nope. It's 3 letters, though. Here we go. Pitch.
Mixon, and he's shut down.
A loss of
Steve!
2.
Or is that Mike Hilton? Mike Hilton, probably our best cornerback overall. A huge play on Joe Mixon. And it is 2nd down and goal. A big loss for Mixon. And he's been struggling. He's had a few breakaway runs for, 5 to 7 yards. But he's also had tons of runs and screens where he's lost, 4 to 5 yards at a time.
So here we go. 2nd and goal. Nobody's put in the comments where Andy Dalton went to college. Don't Google it. Take a guess if you don't know. Here we go. 2nd and goal from the 11.
2
Under
to
center.
snap. 1 to snap. They give Mixon, and Mixon. It's going to be 3rd down and goal for the Bengals at the Pittsburgh 8. This is huge for my fantasy team. If they get a touchdown, I'm going to be in trouble unless we get another sack. But if I get a sack or an interception or fumble recovery, I win. There's basically no way I lose potentially.
You can't let them score a touchdown here, and that's what they're going to go for. It's 4-down territory.
They got 2 more chances.
They could just do a quick slant or even a bubble screen here just to try to pick up some yards to have a manageable 4th and goal. Here we go.
3rd and goal. Dalton under pressure.
Step drop.
TJ Watt back in the end zone. And
Eifert.
incomplete. You cannot call that a flag. Do not throw the flag. No flag is out. It's 4th
and
and goal.
This is the biggest play, folks. Give me a clue.
What
it's
conference?
3 letters.
Power 5 school or no?
Power 5 school. I'll give you one clue. Gary Patterson. Don't say it. Gary Patterson.
And either a false start, but I think it's going to be an off. Well, no, it might be a false start on their center. Yeah, it is. That's going to push them back 5 more yards. False starts, it just can't happen. People are.
Yeah.
It's on Michael Jordan, the rookie out of Ohio State, who I believe was either their 1st-round pick or 2nd-round pick. I remember he was pretty good at Ohio State, but you could clearly see a jump. Definitely a false start on Michael Jordan.
Can he dunk?
I know.
Here we go. 11:08 left to go in the 4th quarter. 4th and goal from the 16.
Texas? Nah.
No.
Dalton under pressure and zone intercepted.
Picked off.
It's Byron. 1st down Pittsburgh. They'll get it at the 20. Have I been calling him Edmonds all night? Wow, my goodness. But anyway, Steelers lining up for the pick team photo. And the Pittsburgh Steelers defense continues to dominate in Week 4. Monday Night Football. Barron, the interception, and the Steelers will start at the 20 with 11:02 to go. First down, Pittsburgh.
Man, what a game.
Yeah.
Steelers bounce back. Man, oh man. Such an awesome game. Folks, all I know, the Steelers are 1 game back from first place.
Yeah. Which is, it sounds crazy, but they are. The AFC North was supposed to be probably a top conference, and all 4 teams have just seemed to kind of have bad games, especially the Bengals. Bengals are the clear choice for 4th place. It's just between the Ravens, the Browns, and the Steelers. Depending on how 3 of them finish off, if the Steelers can start playing like this, they play Baltimore, which that's going to be a huge game to decide who's going to be winning the division. But yeah, I have to go pee real quick. Coffee makes me go pee. I'll be right back.
Well, what is up, everybody? Such a fun stream. How is ND this year? Appreciate you asking. They are doing pretty well. 3-1 on the season. Just beat a good, solid Virginia team who is ranked 18th. They have a great defense, one of the best cornerbacks in the country, if not the best, and a very good wide receiver. So Notre Dame beat them by 15. The spot was 10, I believe, the final spot that I saw. Notre Dame's only loss this year was to Georgia, at Georgia. We lost by 6 points. We had a drive. We were down to the Georgia 38-yard line, down 6, had a chance to win it with a minute left and couldn't get it in the end zone. But we're 3-1. We're ranked 9th currently. I still feel we have a chance to make the playoffs if we win out. We still have games against at Michigan, at Stanford, have a game against USC, who's decent, and so we'll see what happens. Steelers are going to take it over at their 20-yard line, 11:02 left to go in the 4th quarter, 24-3 the lead, and there's Johnson. He runs again. Little sweep here.
Flag. It might be targeting, maybe? Was there contact to contact or helmet to helmet contact?
You might be right there. Not Texas Tech, and it wasn't ECU. So I'll give you another clue. Christian school. It's a Christian school.
Make sure I'm right.
Yeah.
Was he good there?
Oh yeah.
Sweet. It's Tricks.
2 weeks? Yeah, we'll probably make it up to a Steelers game at some point this year, potentially.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Who do they play? Tricks?
2 weeks? Is it Miami or the... might be Miami. So you might be able to see a blowout.
And they're going to run it for a loss of 2 there.
Chargers.
Ooh, that's a good game, Tricks.
Sunday night, too.
You got any extra tickets, Tricks?
Last year, I remember the Chargers cheated on us. In that game, they missed like 10 false start calls on the Chargers, but can't win it with the officials.
Yeah.
I have one. You have been to one game, you mean? As Connor, the carry, and it's going to be 3rd and long for Pittsburgh. Not ridiculously long, but long. 3rd down and... Whoa! 3rd down. Excuse me, 3rd and 9. for Pittsburgh is 9:37 and ticking in the fourth quarter. They just got to let the clock tick, tick, tick to help fantasy owners out on who has the Steelers defense. And Mason Rudolph, the shotgun set. Samuels is going to block. Rudolph is going to flip it to Samuels.
Can he get by?
And he
First down.
Jalen Samuels. Well, Williams, number 36, kind of went with a soft approach, stayed back on Samuels, thinking he could just get him. And no, Samuels lays out the stiff arm. And Jalen Samuels got a lot of the football tonight over Connor, which, I'm expecting him to get a few carries, maybe a few catches. But no, he has gotten, I'd say it's been about a 60-40 snap count with Connor and Samuels tonight. Samuels has seen a lot of action tonight on the snaps, and he could be a high fantasy ad.
Samuels is more of a shifty,
elusive guy.
Yep, jukes.
He's 16 touches for 81 yards and a touchdown, and also 31 pass yards. Wow, I didn't realize 16 touches. He is definitely going to be a very high fantasy ad this week. So if he's available, you might want to pick him up if you're in a... Oh, yeah, that's true. If you're in a deeper league, you might want to pick him up.
10, that goes for maybe a half a yard. And there's some pushing and shoving, and there's flags coming in, folks.
See, this is where you lose games on stupid mistakes like this.
You don't want to get somebody ejected.
Or hurt.
Fined, hurt, or even suspended for another game.
Seems like Pouncey was the main guy in it, as he's getting held back the most. Takes a helmet off. Few guys walking to the sideline. Few are staying on. The Bengals are shaking up. Pouncey's shaking his head.
Got to keep your composure. You know teams are going to be upset down this much.
Yep, it seems like Pouncey and Billings, the defensive lineman, got into a fight there. Both of them would probably be offsetting. It seemed like both of them were equally getting into it. And yeah, that's just something. Pouncey, as a veteran, one of the best centers in the NFL, you can't do that. You got to be a role model. And as a veteran, that's something you can't do. It's the personal foul on Billings. Is there nothing on the Steelers? It's probably going to be the same on Pouncey. But the Bengals seem furious. How are they not going to call anything on Pittsburgh? I'm not complaining, but Bengals are furious.
Whoa.
Wow. Not that it's a big deal currently, but we'll see. Both of them might get fined a few K. Alrighty. So thank you guys all for watching. If you're new, subscribe, click the bell so you know whenever we go live for our next Pittsburgh Steelers game. And of course, Notre Dame Fighting Irish football. I'm a bigger Steelers fan than Notre Dame. He's a bigger Notre Dame fan than Steelers, so he'll be talking more with Notre Dame games when it comes to color analyst. And I'll be like Steelers. I'll do everything Steelers. He'll just be in there for a few play analysis. But so Pittsburgh is not going to get called, and like I said, I don't understand. I don't think it really matters who started it, because that would make sense then, because the Bengal did start it, but I don't think that makes a difference. I just think whoever gets into it, but Zach Taylor's furious on the sideline, and the Bengals just continue to struggle off stupidity and just low talent. This is one team that really just plays like on paper. They have no talent ever, and well, they play like it. Not like the Browns, where they have all this talent. They don't really play like they should. As Jalen Samuels breaks a tackle and then is wrestled down for a yard or two, depending on where the forward progress was. And it'll be about second down and 8 for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers offense has come alive.
Yeah, for sure. Bengal territory at the 31.5-yard line.
Screen to Connor. He'll get about 4 on that one. Bring a 3rd and 4 with 7:10 and counting left to go in this fourth quarter. Appreciate you guys staying tuned with us for this whole game. It's been a great game for your Steelers. The defense really proved themselves here. Obviously a weaker opponent here and a lesser offense, but they have come to play. Sacks, interception, fumble recovery, a little bit of everything here for this Steeler defense.
For sure. 3rd and 4 for Pittsburgh at the Cincinnati 27. Rudolph, a quick give to Connor, and boy, oh boy, he is demolished. A loss of 5 at least. And it's 4th down and 9 for Pittsburgh. They're going to 4th and 8. They're going to send out Chris Boswell, who I believe is perfect on PATs and field goals this season so far for Pittsburgh. Not many PAT attempts, but he has had a few field goals attempts, and I'm pretty sure he is still perfect. So he has a 29-yard attempt tonight and also 3 PATs. As Boswell from 49 yards put us up by 24, 27 to 3. Boswell is good. Beautiful. Chris Boswell puts the Steelers on top here, 27 to 3. Monday Night Football live on ESPN and also on the Hey-Its-RiftYT channel. Thank you guys for tuning in.
The whole game?
Yeah.
You got in early.
No, I'm going to do the whole game to celebrate a good Pittsburgh Steelers victory. You can go to bed if you want to. It's up to you.
I'm going to go take a shower.
Alrighty. So yeah, like I said, it's Tricks. I don't remember. It's Tricks. If you want to go ahead and subscribe, that'd be great. East Coast, I know you are epic. I definitely know you are. Thank you guys all for tuning in. It was a great stream tonight, and we still got about 6 minutes to go in this game. Should be a pretty quick 6 minutes, though. For sure. Alrighty. Epic Hunter, you got any guesses on where he went to college or East Coast? Grade us him? Tricks? Anybody have guesses on where he went to college? Don't look it up. I will say ECU is very close to Texas. It's very close. So here we go. We are back to the beautiful city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you haven't been there and you live pretty close to it, I would definitely recommend going for it on a weekend. It's only 2 hours away from us, so not very far at all. And I've only been there twice. For a Pirates game, I spent the weekend there for about 2 days or 3 days. And then also I went to a Steeler game on Thursday Night Football last year versus Carolina, which was really sick. It was Color Rush too. That was sick. It was freezing, but it was sick. Steelers they demolished the Panthers. I think they won by 25 or 30. It was a big upset last year. And Juju Smith is just, everyone is so happy on the Steelers sideline. I just love it. Juju Smith is super happy. Even Chris Boswell is happy. He's been in 5 snaps tonight. I love just seeing our Steelers happy. I mean, don't you guys too? Another hint, Dak Prescott also went to Andy Dalton's college. As Dalton gets it away before he was sacked, incomplete, and it's 2nd down and 10 for Pittsburgh. Always happy when my Steelers are winning. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. And if you heard that, excuse me, and Andy Dalton escapes from the pocket. Dalton takes off. And he'll gain about 4 to 5 yards on a little scramble down the sideline. And it's 3rd down and about 6 for the Cincinnati Bengals. To the middle, and it is caught by Boyd, but he is about a yard shorter of the first. Minka Fitzpatrick was there to tackle him right away. And it's 4th and 1 for the Bengals. Obviously, they're going to go for it. And now Boyd is walking off to the sideline and limping. But a Steelers fan since 1978. Nice. Dang, so you're pretty old, East Coast. No offense. I never said you look old. I've never seen you, so. Never said you look old, so. 4th one to give to Joe Mixon, and he is stuffed! Oh, wait, no, I missed him. I was looking at an offensive lineman. Mixon easily gets the 1st down. And the Bengals complete the 4th down conversion. 1st down. Cincinnati, that was Giovanni Bernard, who seems like their 3rd down / maybe 4th down back, as he's more of a guy who can push it up. As he does so, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Cheers for sure, Superchargers. Chargers, by the way, are struggling as almost an interception for Minka Fitzpatrick as Mike Hilton was there to batter away from Tyler Boyd. Sean McVay on Zach Taylor says he is a great teacher, has great poise and control, but also very self-assured and secure in himself. So Sean McVay, some very kind words for his former offensive coordinator and QB coach, Zach Taylor. Obviously, he had to be pretty decent. Went to the Super Bowl, even though the Rams' offense only scored 3 points versus New England, but I don't know. Dalton hit as he threw incomplete. He took a shot from behind from Cameron Hayward. And Andy Dalton still on the ground, helped up by Bernard and Jerry. And it is 3rd and 10 for Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. A huge block by Bernard, or else Dalton would have taken a shot way early and probably would have been sacked by Dupree. But Bernard, a clutch block to hold Dupree from getting the sack on Dalton. And it is, or maybe enforcing a fumble. And it is 3rd down and 18 for the Bengals. Here we go. 3rd and 18. 3:14 and 10. Why is the clock ticking? That was incomplete, wasn't it? As Dalton the flip to Gio Bernard. And Bernard is good amount short of the first. Obviously, they will go for it on 4th as it is 4th down. And probably gained about 7 yards, so I'm going to guess 4th down and 11. Which is doable, I mean. Well, 4th and 9. Yeah, it's doable. Still not very good odds, but it's doable. So here we go. 4th down and 9. Dalton in the shotgun, set from his 37. Dalton, the snap. Dalton, pressure, and Dalton fires way over the head of Tate. And a 4th down stop. Tate wants the flag. How are you? Are you kidding me? How do you throw that? How in the world do you throw that when Hayden wasn't even close? The ball wasn't catchable. Pastor, are you kidding me? How do you call that? How do you call this? And Mike Tomlin's got to throw out that red flag. It's not that big of a deal, but he's got to throw out the red flag right there. But that, it wasn't even if he didn't touch him, it was not catchable at all. It was not catchable at all. Wow. But the pass interference only happened about 15 yards, so if that's correct, then the Bengals will get it at about, midfield. So, yeah, they only get it at the 50, which isn't bad still. And that's a false start on the right tackle, number 68. And obviously, 5-yard penalty. It's on Bobby Hart, their right tackle. First and 15 for the Bengals, back to their side of the field at the Bengal 47. Andy Dalton, pressure from 2 on a screen, and Bernard wraps up Devin Bush. Read that play like a book from the local Pittsburgh library, and it's going to be about 2nd down and 19 for Cincinnati. Sorry, about 2nd down and 18. I'm going to say, and they are going to snap it here before the 2-minute warning. They'll get one more snap off here as Dalton takes it, 2nd down and 18. Andy Dalton throws it over the middle, caught by Willis, and it'll be 3rd down and long for the Bengals when we come back. It's the 2-minute warning, the 4th and final quarter of Monday Night Football. Bengals 3, the Steelers 27. Obviously, a Steeler win here over the Bengals, a huge one to put them to 1-3. They're only one game behind first place in the AFC North, which is crazy. Very crazy, actually. But, the Ravens are 2-2, the Browns are 2-2. If we win next week versus the Baltimore Ravens, obviously the Ravens will lose. So we'll be tied at least 2nd. And then if the Browns lose, to who do the Browns play this week? Let's see who the Browns play. Let's see who they play here. Okay, they play the Niners. Monday Night Football. The Niners have been a top team, believe it or not, in the NFL this year. So definitely going to be a tough game. If the Browns lose, we win. We're going to be tied first with the Browns, and the Ravens will be 2nd, and the Bengals will be, no, I think we'll be tied first with the Browns, and then the Ravens will be 3rd, and the Bengals will be 4th. But it's not gonna be easy versus the Ravens, especially coming off a bad week. The Ravens are gonna want to fight back and win it. Nothing is given in the NFL. Nothing is given at all. Let's just hope we have a winning season. Yeah, exactly. When you're over 500, 9 games, you might not make the playoffs, but usually with 10 wins, unless you have an extremely good division, you're going to make the playoffs. So, the winners of every division to make the playoffs usually. Well, actually, no. But, most of the division leaders do. Just really depends. That's the thing about football. You really got to have a good record. At least probably about 2 games over 500. Maybe 1 game over 500 to make the wild card at least. But, we have a pretty easy division. Well, actually, the Bengals are horrible, but Ravens and Browns, the Browns might be easy, but Ravens, I'm scared about the Ravens. I think Lamar's overrated, But they just have so much fast, young talent. That's just something we can't stop as fast people. Even though Mixon is very fast, we still do. My Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl this year. Grant Sauls. I really don't think the Steelers are Super Bowl caliber, and I love Pat Mahomes. So I'm going to root for your Kansas City Chiefs if the Steelers don't make the playoffs. But the Chiefs are my favorite team, and I really do hope they win the Super Bowl and crush them Patriots in the conference championship. Sutton. What a play by Cam Sutton. Diving play. Almost picked it off. Bats it down, though. And it's 4th and 10 for the Bengals. What a play by Cam Sutton. That's a minute 56 to go. Rudolph, 24 of 28, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Dalton, 21 of 37, 171 pass yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Andy Dalton is sacked 7 times. That is his career high. That is tied his career high. Rudolph has been sacked 0 times, which 230 yards is not bad, but it's not great. But he also has those 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. As down goes Dalton, he's sacked. And a 4th down stop and a sack for number 94 on the Steelers' defensive front, one of their third string defensive tackle. A beautiful play, got right through the line. What a play by Alu. You gotta love Alu. The Hawaiian D tackle. Is down goes Andy Dalton, sacked for 8 times. That is his career high. He has ever been sacked this season. Wow. First 3 games, they had 6 sacks. Tonight, they have 8. The Pittsburgh Steelers. What a game for Pittsburgh as Rudolph out to kneel it out. And the Steelers are going to have 2 more kneels. And they're going to go on to win the game. What a win for Pittsburgh to rebound and finally show the world, even though you're not playing the best team, your offense can pound James, Connor, Mason, Rudolph, and probably the best defensive team of the week this week in the Steelers defense. 8 sacks, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, tons of deflected passes. Really, their biggest play was probably for 15, 20 yards if you don't count those pass interferences we had. Those 2 pass interferences. So, definitely, probably the best defensive performance this week. And my fantasy team is going to win. And my Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win. What a game from the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. You gotta love it. You got to love it. And that'll do it. The Steelers win versus the Bengals. A huge game to rebound and get their first win of the season. And my, oh my, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Great way. Steelers now 1-3. And the Bengals now 0-4, which almost knocks them out of getting second place in the division. And that's not going to happen. The Bengals could go 0-16. I mean, they do get to play the Dolphins, so that'll actually be a good game. But anyway, guys, thank you guys all for tuning in. We had a lot of viewers, a lot of positive comments tonight. I really appreciate all that. But Dalton looks like Big Ben sacked that many times. Yeah, I'm loving it. I love it as well. East Coast. Grant, thank you guys all for tuning in. If you're new, Grant Sauls, I know you're new. If you go, please subscribe. Click the bell, like this video. And I'll be doing all Steelers games, Notre Dame games. And hopefully the Steelers can play like this every week, no matter who they're playing. Big win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Go Steelers, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Steelers 1-3. Bengals 0-4. Final score, Steelers 27, the Bengals 3.